Podcast time.
I don't know.
Good.
How should we introduce this?
First, the pilot episode to the Compel Reality podcast that's missing one person because his internet's dog ass. That's how we should.
All right,
that's how
guys.
we should.
Welcome to Compel Reality. This is Gramsy. We got soulbc over here, and we got Virtual Panda with us.
Yo.
Yes. Hello. So again, pilot episode, dog ass content. Probably I'm the local retard. I had a few things written down that we could talk about. Really,
I did not write anything down because I don't prepare for anything because I'm lazy. But
I know you do.
But I do have a couple things that I was thinking about when I was taking a shit.
If you want to start off, go for it.
Well, I just want to say I'm pretty stoked about Bonelab.
Oh yes,
Bonelab
that looks sick.
That
looks sick as fuck.
I really hope
amazing.
they improve a lot on the physics because like everyone likes to hype up Boneworks, but let's be real, Boneworks is the most frustrating game to play in VR ever. Like
in a lot of ways it is.
It just doesn't work. Like you want to climb up a ladder and you start bobbing up and down like a sailor. You want to hit somebody in the head with a sledgehammer, but for some reason the game thinks you're swinging like a toothpick at them, and so it doesn't do any damage. And then like there's just so many issues with it. Like you'll jump to like hit somebody, and then for some reason you're stuck crouched and you have to like uncrouch yourself. Like so many things that just break immersion and make the game hard to play.
Yeah,
you should probably state that this is like a VR related podcast.
We're doing mostly VR related stuff.
Yeah, so VR related, and then anything that piques our interest outside of here, but mainly VR related content or like topics or whatever.
Yeah, like when you're like one of the most frustrating parts is like when you're like trying to lift yourself up off of something. You're like pulling yourself up at the top of a ladder or onto a platform. That's in particular what I think of, like in a lot of ways. Now, don't get me wrong, Boneworks still, I think, has like one of the best physics systems of any VR game currently.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, it's pretty great.
Despite all of its flaws, like it still is like the most sophisticated. And like the other thing about Boneworks is it just lets you interact with everything. It's touching simulator.
That's the best thing about Boneworks for sure. But the main thing that makes me I've already told you, Gramsy, my input on Boneworks, but is from a story standpoint, the plot and everything is just very not for me compared to other games that actually have a good storyline, like Half-Life Alyx or hell, even Into the Radius has some good lore. Anyway,
That's a game I need to play still.
It's a very good game for sure.
But does Into the Radius have like an actual story, or is it kind of like Boneworks in the same way that you're just kind of like getting it based off the environment?
So it definitely has lore to it. I haven't played too much of it because last I played it was before the 2.0 update, which seems like they did a number on it. So I haven't played that, and I plan to. But I know the fourth person who was not here, Shinobi Nate, he's done videos on it, and it looks phenomenal in the 2.0 version of the game.
That's what I've heard. But I mean, as far as like stories go, like, I mean, I'm okay playing a game like Boneworks without a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not necessarily playing it to like have this big long narrative like experience.
Yeah.
I'm like playing it for all the other reasons, because it's fun, because it's got cool puzzles, and it's just fun combat. The fact that it does have any story is a bonus to me, and let alone the fact that the story in it is actually a lot deeper than most people think. Like, it is a rabbit hole that you can spend hours going through and still more to understand about it, because
the lore behind it is really deep.
All of the games from Stress Level 0 are connected on this big narrative journey. I was just about
to say that.
Yeah. And so Bonelab's, like, you know, some people are saying it's a sequel, some people are saying it's not a sequel. I mean, in reality, it's a sequel in the same way that Boneworks is a sequel as well to what was the duck game, the Duck Hunt or something.
It's bugging me now that I can't think of it.
Yeah, it's like Duck Hunt, but I haven't downloaded it. I haven't played it yet, but I've been meaning to do that.
Is it the horror game? The horror VR game? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's kind of a horror game. I'm gonna pull it up right now. So
Duck Season.
With
Duck Season.
With the dog that like comes to kill you, whatever.
There's a lot connected between that game and Boneworks. Like a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of things that kind of hint at like a progression of the story from Duck Season into Boneworks.
So yeah, I never really like from a standpoint that I've only played Boneworks. I haven't really delved into their other like games or whatever. Just jumping into Boneworks and I like to play games for story. That's just me. I love like
I feel it.
Like my Skyrim stuff. I played Skyrim for a long time, and I played Elden Ring, beat Elden Ring, love the lore for Elden Ring, even though the story isn't really there for any Souls-like games. But I don't know. I'm a big lore and story person. It's just always been a thing for me. So
I've also heard now rumors. Granted, this is not confirmed at all, but I've heard that. Well, I guess it's. I don't know if at least from did anyone watch Thrill's video on Bonelab recently?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Okay, so according to him, Boneworks is actually a mod that you can play inside of Bonelab. According to that video.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know his sources. He said a lot of things like matter-of-factly that I'm just like, where's your sources, bro? Like,
I need some receipts, my guy. Yeah. Which I think is pretty fucking sweet because it basically means if you buy Bonelab, like you own Boneworks as well, essentially.
What I mean,
if that is true,
you would probably still have to own, like usually for mods like that, you still have to own the game. Like you'd probably still have to own Boneworks, but like I guess that would mean there's a way to play Boneworks on the Quest is the kind of like the big deal there.
I guess that'd be similar to like the Sky Oblivion project. You have to own Oblivion and Skyrim to play Sky Oblivion.
I personally don't think it's going to be anything like that. I don't think you're going to play Boneworks through Bonelab because like that's stupid. Like
right, yeah, it would make no sense. It would make no sense for sure.
Right, unless you're
wholeheartedly agree, it makes no sense.
Unless you're on Quest and they're just trying to like, oh, hey, by the way, you can play Boneworks on Quest through a mod on Quest. That'd be cool, but like at the same time, like that's stupid. Like, what's the point? Like, I think that from what we saw in the trailer, it's more just like a teaser, like an Easter egg. Like I said, all of these games are connected, so.
Yeah. I'm definitely interested to see the outcome of that game for sure. That comes out this year, right?
Yeah, it comes out within a year of the Metagaming Showcase. That's one thing a lot of people missed is like the Metagaming Showcase said these are all games that are coming out within the next 365 days, not this year per se.
Not 2022,
right? Not 2022, but like within the next year. So some of those games announced could be coming out like spring or late winter next year.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that meta thing, bro. I didn't watch that. Like, I don't know. You might hear a plane in my end, by the way. There's I live right next to a fucking Air Force base.
No, I'm hearing
no worries, bro.
I'm hearing that.
So
if you listen carefully, you can hear the sound of someone upstairs from me just like slamming their fucking countertop over.
Bro, not really. You got an SM7B, and them fuckers are fucking quiet on purpose.
Yeah, they are. They are pretty quippy.
Yeah, they're like that on purpose, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah. I had a topic. What got you both into doing YouTube? And I'll tell mine too.
Oh man, there's a lot of lore and backstory to mine. Like, this is not an easy question to answer.
Loaded question. Loaded question.
Panda, do you have like an easy story that won't take very long?
I mean, I guess kind of. I don't know. Like, I actually did like some YouTube skits in high school with some friends. And because you know, we always wanted to be like, you know, big YouTubers. That was always like the cool thing.
Right.
Like YouTube was like my thing all through childhood, growing up and everything. So I mean, we made some cool skits. It's out there on the internet. I'm not going to tell anyone where, but it's there.
Yeah, agreed.
Hey, and I'll be honest, I actually think the skits we did were pretty funny and entertaining. But the reason we did is because this group of friends, we all kept saying, let's do some stuff. Let's make some stuff for YouTube. And like, they would all talk about it, but then never do it. So I'm like, guys, fuck that. Let's just do it. And so the couple of videos we put out was because like I pushed them and we finally did it. And then I moved out for a bit and they kept doing it a bit by themselves. And then after I moved back into that town, they had stopped doing that. It never went anywhere. And that was like a couple years later. But then the same group of friends were like, yo, let's do some more stuff. Let's make some more videos. And it was always just like this thing of like talking about it, never really doing it. In fact, I got kind of pissed one time because a couple of those friends, they started doing stuff and like excluding me from it purposefully, like doing it by themselves, trying to do like streaming and gaming videos and stuff. And like, and it was just like, I'm like, bro, why didn't you like, I want to get involved in this. I want to be part of this thing that we've always been wanting to do. Anyways, long story shorter, I'm trying to make it shorter. So after that, I just was like, screw it, I'm posting a video. And I did. And then after I posted like the stupid VR chat video on my channel, I also got like super into like virtual desktop. And then I made like a post on a Facebook group about how to do like virtual desktop with a dedicated router. Somebody's like, hey, you should make a video explaining that. So I made a video explaining how to do that. And that got like 1,000 views relatively quickly. And then I was like, yo, I'm going to keep making VR videos. Yeah, and then here I am, a little over a year and a half later, or under a year and a half later. Yeah.
And you're almost 30K.
Almost 30K, yeah. That's definitely not, nice. That is definitely not bad.
Yeah. What about you, Graham? I think you told me, but I can't remember. To be
honest. It's like kind of a long story. All right, I'm gonna try and keep it as like condensed as possible because like we could literally sit here for like 20-30 minutes just talking about this.
That's a topic. That's a podcast episode
that's
right
true.
there.
So basically, all right, flashback, rewind. All right, we're in 2020, peak pandemic, right? Shit's going down, balls to the wall, balls are sweaty, knees weak, palms are heavy. Anyway, so I get laid off from my day job. I was working as a mechanic at the time, just because like the pandemic was really, really hard on business and shit. And I had just switched jobs. Like I was working at Audi before, I went to Lexus and I was the new guy there. So I was the first one to get fucking laid off. And man, I just realized how much I'm swearing.
Who cares, bro?
Yeah, you're right. Cares? You're right. Who gives a shit?
We're doing this together, and I'm the scuff lord, bro. So, does it matter?
Basically, I was like already at a point where I was like, dude, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Like, I was starting to like really resent the work, which made me even made me like I think more upset and like depressed about it because like I really love cars. Like I'm really into cars. The reason I started turning wrenches was because I was like, I want to like work on things that I love, doing and shit, right? And I was like, because the business, like the auto industry, anyone who's in the auto industry knows it is not like it's not an easy business to be in. It's like there's a lot of just really toxic, like just awful human beings in that industry. And it was really wearing on me. And I just wanted to do something differently, but I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no plan, no idea of like how I wanted to. All I knew is I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to work for myself, and I wanted to do something that I could like be proud of, right? So after like spending like 3 weeks just like sitting in a basement playing like Civilization like on repeat, just trying to like brainstorm what I could do, I just started teaching myself how to edit. And from there, I just started like messing around with like videos on like just random shit, like World of Warcraft, fucking Squad of all things. I did like music covers, like just playing like bass and drums and shit. And then at some point, I just realized that it was the time, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like I'd always been into virtual reality like my entire life. Mm-hmm. I'd always like tracked it, like at least since like the DK1, like the Palmer Lucky Rift, the OG, right? Like when that came out. And I just never did because of like money or finances or like just the timing was never right or whatever. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just buy myself. I just bought an Index and a fucking gaming PC, and I was like, well, I guess I'm making VR YouTube videos now. more or less. That's like the condensed version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I fucking, it was, dude, turning wrenches was good money too. Like I was making like 25 an hour when I was working at Lexus. So I could have like had a pretty, like a decently comfortable living. But I don't know. I just didn't want to do the 9 to 5 grind anymore, man. I was just so tired of like that and like how it was making my body feel. Like, holy shit, you do not realize how physically exhausting a job is like that until you do it every day. And like, man, some of the older guys in that business, dude, like you should see some of the like physical ailments that they have. Like so many of them just have like gout at like 40 and like
and my dad's a mechanic, so
yeah, dude, like their bodies are fucking wrecked from it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that was another part. So yeah, cashed in my 401k, fucking just basically moved into my parents' basement and said, fuck it.
You're made considerable progress within the year though.
So. My parents were not, and I understandably, they were not very like cool with it at first. It took some convincing, but I was like, look, I actually got a fucking strategy here.
It's an aspiration.
Yeah, and once I convinced them, they were like, all right, we good.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. For me, kind of like similar to your situation, Panda, where it's like a kid thing, you know, like it's always been a thing. Grew up with it. I used to watch the Creature Hub, which is like Uber Hex or Nova, Mortal HD, all them Gassy Mexican, Dan's News, etc.
Gassy Mexican, is that his name?
Yeah, Gassy. You never heard of Gassy Mexican? Never heard of his name? You never heard of that? No, man. Oh man, I love all them. They don't make any content anymore together, from what I'm aware. I think the only people that do is Immortal HD and Nova, because they did Couch Hop together, but Couch Hop disbanded, if I recall correctly. But yeah. At first it was them, and then my first channel, which will not be named. You know it, Gramsy. I know you don't know it, Panda.
I know what you did.
It will not be named. The first channel, I had that since I was like 13, like really young. Just did whatever the hell I wanted. I still kind of do, but obviously with soulbc, this channel, it's mainly VR content, and my editing skills have increased a lot through that. But
yeah,
the main inspiration for me getting into YouTube was at least again, because I quit for like 6 years on that first channel, and then I stopped, and then I would occasionally go back to it, but dumbass fucking what's the term, attention span to it, was just dumb. So I didn't really attend to it at all. So I was like, fuck it, I need to make a new one. Yeah, I need to make a new one. Start fresh. Goddamn planes, bro. This is the 4th plane. Oh my god, this is the 4th plane.
They're like, yo, is that man fucking trying to do a podcast right now? Dude, we should fly right over him.
There's never this many planes. Like, what the fuck?
Do you ever regret it? Do you ever like think back and been like, man, if I had just like kept up with it and been
if I kept going for sure,
this whole time, like I could have actually gone somewhere with it.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Like, because like I'm pretty sure I'll be well past where I'm at now, but I'm not. I don't care. I mean, I did what I wanted to at the time, and I still do what I wanted to now. But with this, I have more of, I guess, conviction to do it because it's an aspiration. It's a dream, I guess. Because I've always it's always been a dream, I guess. You know.
Hell yeah.
The main inspiration though, coming back to YouTube with under the name of soulbc. I know you know Gramsy, but the main inspiration for me would be the content creator Blarg, my Schnoople, or just Blarg from the Goons.
Dude, I always forget that his name is Blarg, my Schnoople. I always just call him Blarg.
Yeah, I fucking love Blarg, man. I love his content. I just love that the retarded mentality, dumbass jokes and all that shit. I don't know, man. And I like to make people laugh, bro. Like I've always tried to be the lighter end of the stick.
So now that we're done with that nice little circle jerk, what do you guys think of what do you guys think of the announcements we've been hearing about future Meta headsets?
4 Meta headsets within the next year alone.
Yeah, well, no, the next couple years. So from what I understand, there'll be 4 headsets by the end of 2024. So
Jesus fuck.
One of those headsets will be the Meta Cambria, which is going to release this year for over $800. Then there's going to be a Quest 3 or Quest 2 successor that's going to come out in 2023. Right. So if you're hoping for that this year, that's not going to happen. It's coming out next year. And then another Quest successor to that will be coming out in 2024, along with a Cambria successor. So essentially, it sounds like Meta's going to have 2 product lines, the professional style devices like the Cambria, which aren't focused on gaming, and then the actual gaming devices that are a lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm. See, this is another part where I'm the local retard in the group. So I don't
he doesn't track news at all.
I don't like news stuff at all personally. I mean, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Be like, oh, cool. That happens. Like I watched your. Ow! I just bit the fuck out of my not bit, but nail clippers. Filling with shit. But
So basically, you don't care.
I've watched. I no, it's not that I don't care. Just like it's the fact that I'm so out of touch with the rest of the world that I don't. I guess I don't care, but
it's a nice way of saying you don't care.
But it's also like I don't intentionally try to listen to anything that's outside of like my world. I guess I don't really.
Yeah.
Because I just want to be in my own lane, you know.
Yeah,
occasionally, yeah, for sure, I'm ignorant. Yeah. I'm ignorant, yeah. But as I said, I watched yours. I've watched all of you guys, Panda, Gramsy, and Thrill Seekers, new stuff. Because I support the homies. I'm gonna watch your videos. I don't care.
I feel it.
Yeah, I'm trying to step away from doing so much news, at least on my long form content. Starting to do more of that just in the shorts.
Yeah. Kind of
I've been noticing you kind of pushing more just towards short form content in general, Panda.
Honestly, I don't have the brain attention span to do long content anymore.
I feel it.
At my real job, I just make TikToks all day. So then for my own channel, I just want to make TikToks and shorts. It's kind of hilarious. I've gotten I work for XLab, right? And I've gotten their TikTok up to 50K followers almost. We're gonna hit that by the end of the week. Right. And then it's they all call me the TikTok king and all this stuff. My own TikTok's barely hit 1,000 followers. So ironic. I decided, if I can do it with the XLab TikTok, I'm going to spend more time on my own TikTok, and then might as well throw those on as YouTube Shorts as well. And what I'm finding works is trying to do VR news a little bit. So I don't like the whole chasing after the VR news, trying to be the first to talk about it, because everyone and their mother is doing the VR news thing on YouTube, and I just don't want to be a part of that.
There are a lot of people doing VR news right now.
Kind of with you on that, Soul, but when there's something interesting enough to me, like 4 new headsets by 2024, that's a pretty interesting thing, and then I'll make a video about it because I have opinions about it. So
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna X to doubt on that one. That sounds extremely optimistic. Cambria, I'll give you Cambria, and I'll give you Quest 3. That seems fairly realistic, especially by 2023. But 2 other headsets on top of that,
I think it's possible. I think it's going to happen. It's not impossible. Have already been releasing a headset every single year. The only problem is they made promises that the Quest 2 was going to be around for a while. Plus, why would you stop selling the Quest 2 when it's selling like hotcakes? They probably wanted to release a new headset last year, and then even this year. They probably want to release headsets every year, but they made promises about keeping Quest 2 for a long time. And again, it's selling like hotcakes. So why would you screw that up?
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
And you have to think, Gramsy, like it's Mark Zuckerberg. He's
No,
a very wealthy person to initiate, and he could probably make it possible.
I'm not saying it's impossible. It is definitely possible. Like, it is 100% within the realm of probability that they could get 4 headsets out by 2024. I don't think it's likely for a number of reasons. The main one being there's still a lot of supply chain issues. Now, those are obviously going to get better over the coming years, but the fact of the matter is that's still going to put a huge damper on like progress and like getting actually like a lot of units out to people, right? And like I guess this is kind of like a problem that you see with like why a lot of people are saying like PSVR 2 and Apple AR VR headset probably not going to happen until 2023, because originally they were set to come out like end of 2022, or supposedly predicted to come out end of 2022, but supply chain issues are just making things impossible for that.
Speaking of the PlayStation VR 2, I mean, I'm super hyped for that, because I tried the PlayStation 5 controllers, and those triggers are hot. Like the resistance you get when you're shooting a gun, or even like I was playing like Cyberpunk, and when you're doing the melee, it'll do a different kind of resistance when you get tired to like make it harder to push. But like it's insane. It's so insane. God.
That just made me erect.
You think they're gonna put that in the?
Oh yeah, no, that's already been announced. I'm pretty sure, or leaked or something. It's a thing. The same triggers are going to be on the triggers for the controllers.
Yeah, it is.
And if you've never tried it, so just imagine this: like you'll be able to use a trigger as a regular button, feels normal. But then when you're holding a gun, you'll be able to pull it back with super like ease to a certain point, and then it's going to have like resistance where you have to really squeeze it to like actually pull the trigger. It feels very close to like a real gun.
That's cool as fuck. Yeah,
it's really cool.
Like, the only thing, I mean, I'm not going to invest in a PlayStation 5 and a PS VR, but do you think they're gonna? Well, I don't know. As I said, I don't keep in touch with like the news related stuff, anything VR related. I just be like, hey, this is coming out. I'll notice the big things, I guess. I mean, I guess this is technically big, but I'm my own realm. But do you think they're gonna do, what was it? Was it camera based tracking like they did for the first one?
I think it's gonna be Inside Out, is what it was.
Inside Out, yeah. That seems. It seems like. I mean, honestly, that just seems like where most of the headsets are going.
Yeah. And I see no problem with it, honestly. Going.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty solid way of tracking. Especially now that they're doing the controller based rather than the headset based inside out tracking. Yeah. I think that's going to make a huge improvement. And like, don't get me wrong, I think there is definitely like, you're always going to have a market for somebody to have like base stations, full body tracking solutions, stuff like that. Right. But I think just for most people, it's not a huge like deal breaker.
Right. Yeah. The fact that I can't put my hand behind my back and wave it around, like, who cares?
Right.
I can still pull stuff out of my back. Like,
more people are more worried about, like, honestly, like, let's be real, more people are just more worried about the price of what they're buying than like, you know, all the extra shit.
I mean, yeah, they want it to be consumer friendly for sure.
Which is another reason why PlayStation VR 2 is going to be amazing, because presumably it'll be affordable enough that, you know, PlayStation 5 users will all be able to buy it. And in that sense, it has the potential to outsell the Quest 2, because the original PlayStation VR did amazing. That was the best-selling headset until the Quest 2.
Wow, really? I didn't
know that. It's insane how many PlayStation VR 1s sold. It was so many. And then it has the potential now to outsell the Quest 2 with PlayStation VR 2. And that's really great, because then developers will have an incentive to build games that are actually good. Like, and I'm not saying Quest games are bad, but like good graphically, you know? Mm-hmm. And then those games presumably will be put onto Steam eventually, unless they're PlayStation exclusives. But, you know, there'll be more high quality games made, and we're not just going to be stuck with just Quest games that sometimes get ported over to PC.
Yeah, man, that's kind of, honestly, that's been like the main part, I think, that's been bugging me about like VR games lately. Like, don't get me wrong, we're getting a lot of like really exciting looking games coming up here like in the next year or so. But I really fucking, I cannot express how much I despise the exclusive wars. Like it's like it's making me feel like it's mid 2000s and it's Xbox 360 versus PS3 again. Like the exclusive titles, God, it just enrages me. Like I understand the purpose of fucking exclusive titles.
Exclusives suck. I hate them.
Like, dude, it is so like as a consumer,
annoying.
it is so frustrating to be completely locked out of an option and not even be able to have access to it unless I spend hundreds more additional dollars just to play one game.
See, I feel this because I've been waiting for Bloodborne to fucking port to PC forever, because that is legit my favorite fucking game to ever exist, and I can't play it because I don't want to pull out my PlayStation 4 just to play the damn thing.
Bloodborne players everywhere be like,
man, I follow a Twitter page. Is like, is Bloodborne ported to PC yet, or some shit like that.
I'm surprised nobody's
every day.
Made a mod for it or something. You know what I mean?
Someone's made like a demake, like a PlayStation 1 demake or whatever, and put it on here. But bro, I want the original thing, bro. I love that motherfucking game so much. It's my literally my favorite game. Like
I've heard that about from a lot of Souls fans, is that Bloodborne is by far the best in like all of the Souls games.
I think even like Jacksepticeye love that game. Like, this is their favorite game. Oh God, I love that game so much. God, I'm like, I have debated because you can play it on PC.
You master debated?
Yes, I have debated
masterfully.
Yes, debated masterfully with. Never mind.
Family friendly.
Because you can play it on PC. You can, but you have to get the PlayStation Now service, and then you have to run it on there and all that shit. It's always locked at 30 frames per second too, so that's another fucking trash thing.
That sounds ass.
With. But
sounds
God,
big ass. So anyway, PSVR 2. Yeah, I especially so what really sold me on the PSVR 2 was when I saw the whole spec thing that I think it was Unity went over after GDC or at GDC, and like the level of like the level of performance that they got the PSVR 2 to run with, like, now granted they didn't give us like benchmarks of like, you know, what kind of FPS ratings they were getting or anything like that, but like, man, the increases on the GPU and CPU was seriously fucking impressive with the what was it, the smart eye tracking, the foveated rendering with the smart eye tracking. That is like gonna make such a huge difference.
Yeah, I think that'll be awesome, because I mean, let alone the fact that it already has like a beast of a GPU, then add the foveated eye thing. That's like, it's gonna be beautiful. The games, it's gonna be like
that's
gorgeous.
That's like running Cyberpunk at like maximum settings with minimal stutters or lag.
Mm-hmm. What headset do you start with, Panda?
Technically the HTC Vive.
The first rendition,
first one.
Cool.
Technically.
Yeah, so like when I moved back from my story from earlier, when I moved back to my hometown after like a couple years away, my cousin hit me up like, hey, do you want a job working at a VR studio and a VR arcade? And I didn't even know like VR was a thing. Like, I'm like, what? Virtual reality? We're there? We're like at that level. I had been living under a rock for a couple of years, so I was just like, what? We're at that level of like gaming? Like, really? So like I went over to try it out, like, and I got this job at this VR arcade thanks to my cousin just, you know, randomly asking me. I mean,
right.
Which is wild to think about that one thing has like shaped my entire life up to now and probably forever afterwards.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
But
think about that, so I got the job opportunities you got and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that job, and it was the HTC Vive is what we were running there. I bought a headset from them when the arcade closed because it was a small town and just there was no way. And then after a bit, I wasn't using VR as much, and I just kind of like I bought a whole PC and everything. I wasted thousands of dollars on it, And then I was just like, I don't use it this much. I feel bad for wasting my money. So I tried selling all of it because I was in school and I just didn't have time. I was going to college and working full time, and I just didn't have time to play VR. And in my head at the time, I'm like, I guess I just don't like VR that much because I never use it. But later I was like, wait, no, I love VR. I just didn't have the fucking time to play it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't connect in my head. So I sold it. And actually, funny story, I sold it to my friend. And then my friend ended up selling it to another friend. And then that friend ended up getting engaged to my brother. And then they had it and they ended up selling it back to me just so I could have it for nostalgia reasons. So
holy shit. That sounds like bro. An REO Speedwagon song, bro.
Yeah.
Sold it to a friend who
So I have that, crazy. But so I was out of VR for several years, and then I jumped back in with the Quest 1, and then that was a couple months before the Quest 2 released. But I started making videos with the Quest 1, and then when the Quest 2 released, since I justified buying it to my wife because like I'm doing VR videos, I need to have the latest hardware. Right. So I ended up getting the Quest 2 and then kept going with it.
So that's the lie that you told to her. I see.
Hey, I more than have paid for it now.
No,
he's already made up for that.
You got a full-time job working in VR, so I think it is more than paid for itself.
Yeah, I cannot say the same. I spent so much money on my equipment, and
same, bro. Same, fucking same.
Well, man, I'm gonna be honest. You know how much I have.
Oh, I know. You got way more than even I do, bro.
I mean, to be fair, I did accumulate this when I was living with my parents. So, but
yeah, it was a lot easier to accumulate.
Yeah. Like I currently have another fucking plane coming by. That's another thing that's going on.
Yeah, let's go. Plane Central.
I started with the HTC Vive Pro, and then got the wireless adapter for it. It's kind of dookie because of quality loss. Then I got the Valve Index when that like day one index. But before all that, obviously I got my computer. I started with a 1070 Ti, I think.
Oh, gross.
And then a i7. God, what was it? I think it was an 8700 processor and all that stuff. And then I slowly bought more shit. Got them like I've tested 4 different microphones, each between $100 and $200, and I'm one of them. Obviously, I'm using it right now, and I'm loving it. And then I've got Streamlights. I've got two more expensive Streamlights. I got my mic arm. I got the mixer. I got 2 Stream Decks. I got 3 monitors. I got a $1,000 drawing tablet.
Yo, what? Say what? What?
Yeah, a $1,000 drawing tablet.
$1,000 drawing tablet.
Yes, before they became cheaper. Yes.
Holy fuck, bro.
So that's my 4th monitor because I could use it as a monitor.
Yeah.
And then I have a second PC specifically for streaming. I've got a fuckload of Razer keyboards and mouse, or mice, I guess, in my closet. Yes, mice. And bro, I've probably got like $30K in my house. Because I got my B-Haptics tack suit. I got the Pro Tube.
Yo, where you live, bro?
What? What do you mean? Oh, you trying to steal my shit?
Where you live, bro?
Well, I got cameras, dog.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you got a fucking security system.
Yeah, bro. And then I got Vive trackers because full body tracking be missed sometimes.
I need to fucking stop being poor and get some Vive trackers.
I got the 2.0 still, bro.
Hey, yo, really?
like the original ones, yeah,
like
man.
OGs, yeah.
But they were.
Oh, you know what I really want are the fucking Tundra trackers.
Dude, actually, same.
Tundra trackers would be really dope. I ordered the slime trackers, but like that was supposed to ship in March of this year, and still nothing. Thinking about trying to cancel the order.
Yeah, dude, slime was a thing for like a minute. There was like a lot of hype about it, and then it kind of just like disappeared.
It doesn't sound like it'll be nearly as good as like the Tundra or any of the other ones.
Yeah, there's so many other competitors.
Yeah, but it's like it's supposed to be way cheaper though, right?
I mean, it's open source. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, it's not perfect, but like for people who don't want to spend, fucking.
I mean, there's from videos, they're still relatively good though. Like just from like watching several videos, as I said, I still watch some news stuff, but from the videos, the slime trackers look relatively nice to be like. Well, yeah, I guess nice. From a basic standpoint, I guess.
You're basic.
Correct. I am indeed a bazooka beach.
Diesel, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up, buddy.
Tell your dog I said hi.
Soul says hi, even though I know you don't understand
that. It's Vin Diesel.
Oh my god. All right, guys, that's it for the podcast today. I'm gonna go euthanize my co-host here.
Got Vin Diesel as a pet, dog.
Bro.
All right, I'm sorry. I remember it was like the first video I made with you. It was like your dog was barking, and I put Vin Diesel's face.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Which video?
It was the Onward video with my buddy Berto.
Berto?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first time.
Shit. Yeah. Yeah, that was.
What was like June? Last June?
Yeah, that was already,
bro, it's almost been a year since we fucking met already.
Oh my god, that's fucking crazy, dude.
The hell?
That is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
And then this fucking panda guy just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, when I first messaged you, I was like, bro, I'm gonna get shot down so goddamn quick. Either that or I'm gonna get ghosted. I'm like, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I try not to ghost people unless they're just really annoying. Like, I think everyone. I would like if I were to message somebody, I'd want them to respond to me. So I feel like if I see a message, like I used to try to respond to like all my comments, like or at least read them. Now I don't. I try to read a lot of them, but I don't get to reading all of them. But yeah, I try to like interact with everybody, and it's kind of interesting to me because like when I was small, like, and I would see people with like as many like subs and views as I have, I'd be like, man, they're probably so busy and don't have time for anything. Now I'm here. It's like, no, not really. I mean, I have plenty of time.
That's exactly my standpoint. I'm like, bro, fuck. These motherfuckers have no time for me. I'm just gonna shoot. They're just gonna shoot me down.
Right? Because you just assume like, everyone's messaging them and like.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
But that's really not true until you get to like massive scale. Like even like the biggest VR YouTuber Thrill, I don't think that it's a problem for him even to like just have that many messages that he can't respond to some people. I don't know. He's like permanently on Do Not Disturb on Discord. So
Discord is different, bro. Discord.
Yeah, I have a feeling he probably gets a shit ton of like randos messaging him. I would imagine. Yeah, Discord is a problem. It definitely is.
It's a clusterfuck for sure.
Like, so I don't know if you guys have had this problem. I actually had to turn off my like basically all my Steam stuff because I was getting random friend requests. I'm assuming
I have not.
I'm assuming from viewers. I can only assume viewers because they were just people I didn't know. But I was getting a lot of them. Like enough that I was like, all right, this is like starting to become problematic. So I set everything on my Steam profile to private to stop that from happening.
I've only gotten 2 from viewers. Technically 3, but the third one was a giveaway that I did. But yeah, other than that, not really. Not at least for me, no.
I think aside from that, probably like the biggest problem is like the fucking email spam, bro.
I don't get that either.
Yeah, emails
Dude.
are, but it's mostly like Chinese, like company or no Czech companies. Always from a Czech.
Yes, they're always from the Czech Republic for some reason.
Yeah, they're just using that domain, and every time I just see .cz, I'm just like, all right,
.cz,
delete.
Auto ignore.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, the level of like spam and phishing emails that I get is like, I probably get at least like 1 to 2 a day.
It's just frustrating because like some of them are like okay, so as far as spam goes, my spam folder has a lot of those, but sometimes like real stuff goes to spam, and then sometimes I get the random spam in my actual inbox. So it's like, what is Gmail doing? Like,
yeah, it does. And the other thing is like you don't want to miss out on potentially like good opportunities to do like actual business with people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you still have to diligently read all of them and like vet them and try and see if they're legit, because it's like they might be, and you might just be blowing them off.
And then don't even get me started on the amount of people they email me to try their stupid fucking Oculus Quest straps. Like, holy fuck, man. I have one strap that I've used since the Quest 1, the deluxe audio strap. I love that strap. I've never wanted a different strap. I've tried other straps. None of them come close. Yet all the time I'm getting emails, try our strap, try this strap. It's a new Halo strap. It has a battery, all this other bullshit. It's like, I'm just not into it, man. Like, I do have some of them send me stuff because low key, I have like some friends and they might want a strap that's better than the original strap. So like, you know, sometimes I'll let them send me something if it looks decent.
Look a brother up, yeah.
But like, I've had so many sent to me that are actually so terrible, I wouldn't even give them to my friends. Like,
oof, big rip.
Yeah, I don't get offers. I don't get emails, so I can't talk on this matter. It's probably because I'm too fucking scuffed. So
I honestly no, dude. I think you're gonna start getting them a lot more once you hit 2,000 subscribers. Because like for whatever reason, like the second I hit 2,000, it was like boom, boom, boom. A lot more people were reaching out, like actual like people with like business deals and shit.
Well, do you have like an email like posted somewhere that people?
It's posted. Yeah.
Then yeah.
Like I've emailed several people with it too, and like I've emailed content creators with it as well. The only two that really responded in terms of those emails would be Bull Chase, our good friend now, and then Shinobi Nate. There's the only two that really responded back in terms of me asking to see if anybody wanted to collaborate, because I've asked multiple people like
this has all been him, by the way, bro.
His
ideas.
As much social anxiety I fucking have, I have been the one to pull everybody in. I honestly hate that, to be honest, because like I have such shit social anxiety, man. Like I don't care about my face just showing or whatever, but there's like those times to be like, what if I get big and then I go to like a convention or whatever, and then I have like an anxiety attack or some dumb shit. Because like I don't do well with people. I don't do well with big crowds. Anxiety is fucking real for me. Like I can't stress enough how much I fucking like what is it called? An AMA? Is that what that's called?
An AMA? Like Ask Me Anything?
Ask Me Anything?
Yeah. So the Veil AMA, Gramsy was there.
Oh yeah,
because Gramsy told me about it.
I told him to come in.
He told me to come in. I'm like, bro, I can't. I'm like, bro, my social anxiety's dick. All right. He's like, bro, just listen. I'm like, fuck.
I was like, dude, you don't even have to talk. Like, just listen to what they're saying.
Yeah. And I go in there and I'm listening, and even just listening, bro, my hands start shaking. Like I start to shake real bad when I get like nervous or anxious or whatever. And because growing up, fucking suck my balls.
Fucking pussy.
But growing up, I've always get like talked over and stuff. So that's why. That's one component as to why my anxiety
Yeah. So anyway,
exists.
fuck that soulbc guy, right?
Yeah. Fuck that graham cracker dude. I don't know his name. Graham cunt. I don't know.
I want s'mores. Now I'm like thinking about s'mores. I want s'mores because graham crackers.
I could go for some fucking s'mores right about now.
I only call him Graham because of his Patreon page.
Yeah, Graham. God. Oh God. No.
Did you ever update that?
No, I got to, dude.
I only call him Graham because
that is like the most cringe shit I have ever fucking done. I gotta fucking just like Thanos that page and remake it.
Bruh, the first tier is like called Graham.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey yo, Graham, what is this?
I think it's like Graham cracker and golden Graham or something.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh
this man's
God.
putting Graham in front of like right next to something. I'm like, bro, what kind of shit is this, bro? I mean, yeah, mine is pretty cringe, but I mean, mine at least has a theme.
Yeah, I gotta work on that, bro. Yeah. I made that like when I first made my YouTube account, so
I could tell.
Yeah,
I could tell.
I gotta like actually think about like, cause right now my Patreon setup is like just basically a tip jar. Like I need to like actually have some perks for people.
That's my deal too. Like I don't know shit.
Like I don't have the time to just like make exclusive content for it, but like
same.
If I could just do something, literally anything, to give someone like be more incentivized to do it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I need to sit down and find some time to rework that at some point.
Yeah, and you're doing 2 videos. Well, I don't know if you're still doing 2 videos a week, but you were.
Yeah.
And then you have your 2 potential jobs.
2 videos a week plus
and then
part-time contract work.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I can actually still talk about yet.
I feel it because
at least publicly.
I'm like the same. I'm in the same position essentially. I worked a full-time job outside of here, 40-hour weeks, and then but I like to go the extra mile and put fucking. I did 3 videos a week. Now I'm down to 2, and then 3 every other week. But
like honestly, like I mean, obviously it's your YouTube channel, so you can do whatever you want with it. But I think 1 to 2 seems like probably enough.
See, this is another thing that points back to like the old me in terms of YouTube, like consistency. Like I'm trying to beat my old self in terms of consistency. Because like it was never consistent, and then
trying to prove something to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why I did 3 videos a week. It's cut down right now because I'm just trying to do other shit. And
Panda just fucking uploads whenever the fuck he wants.
What?
he does shorts.
I'm trying to get it to where I'm posting every week. Once I like moved to Miami and got this new job, it was really hard for me to be consistent because like
I feel it.
I just have a lot going on, and I'm putting more effort into like XLab in this job than I am my own YouTube channel, which is like fine because I like love what I'm doing. It's VR, it's making videos, it's doing all of the things I love, but I actually get paid for it like a living wage.
Yeah, dream job, baby.
And
I don't want to give up on like Virtual Panda for sure, because eventually I want Virtual Panda to be bigger and be better for me than working for anybody else. Like that's the dream.
That's also
But yeah, I'm just putting in more effort in XLab right now. But right now I'm trying to do every week. But this week I might not post one just because like I'm trying to do like a video on routers and they're pissing me off. So
that's why I ask you like several times for like if you want to do something, because I know like for me currently right now, because for some reason I can't do solo content anymore because it's just I don't know, just dull for me. Not minus the Saturday content anyway, which is my informative shit. But regardless, like doing solo content, like fucking me doing some dumb shit with Blade and Sorcery, like I just did that the other day, and I'm just like kicking people with my feet, like I'm not. That's all I'm doing, bro. Like that's why I'm asking people. Like I ask you, I ask Chase, I ask Graham sometimes. I know Graham's like hella busy with a bunch of other shit. I know you're busy too, but
Yeah.
And I always, as I said, like I'm always trying to ask other people if they want to do something because I know I don't want to bother y'all when y'all are busy because I know you guys are busy. So like I've I have contacted several I mean several people if they want to do something.
The irony isn't lost on me that like the fucking introvert here is the one that's like actually trying to fucking reach out to people. Because like I have literally no issue. Like I will just like cold message like anyone.
Yeah.
Like I just life is too short, bro. I just
it takes all the power in me, bro.
Good point.
Just saying.
Like life is too short. You miss 100% of the shots you never take, as Wayne Gretzky once said. And that is so fucking true. Like, and Soul knows this because, like, there's some backstory and lore to the whole, my part-time work that I do currently. But, like, I basically asked this person, like, every week for, like, 7 months straight to let me work for them until they finally responded to me.
Yeah,
but if I had not done that, I would not be working for them right now.
Bro, you were messaging me like every other day about that shit, like, bro, and then out of nowhere, like, bro, it happened, bro, you responded, blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, you need to chill.
All right, bro, you're making me sound like a simp. I'm gonna need you to knock that off.
It's because you are. It's because you are, bro. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'll simp for Blarg any day. I don't give a shit.
I feel it. I mean, you're not wrong, but like also, yeah.
Exactly. I know. I've known you for almost a year now. Clearly, from the earlier conversation.
The way I see it, though, above all else, like it's like cool. Like, don't get me wrong, it is fucking cool. But like the way I see it above all else is like I want to work with people that like share the same like love and passion and interest as I do in VR, and like really like want VR to like take it to the next level and learn from the best while I'm at it.
See, that's another like that's why that's why I reached out to you. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it was hard to find you, Gramsy.
What?
Yeah, it was hard to find you. Like, because the way I did my search to find you, Chase, Nate, and some others, the only ones that I didn't do research on really because I knew they existed were you, Panda, because I knew you existed.
Yay.
Back when you were like at
yay.
I was following you. That sounds stalkerish. I was following you
since you said it. There's no going back now. You might as well just commit.
I was following you since before 5K, since you were at 5K.
Oh wow, that's pretty far back.
And then there was Genghis. That went nowhere. So I don't know why, to be honest. I mean, actually, I do, I guess, because no one else has responded to me. But Genghis, I searched. I knew you two, and then obviously everybody knows Josh Dub or Eddie VR, etc. But when I searched for you, Gramsy, what I did was on the YouTube search, I filtered it by date, the released day. So like basically if I searched on it for that day, whatever released that day, and happened to be Friday, so whatever released that day, goddamn fucking Airplane. Holy shit. Fucking hell, man. Why do you do this to me? But whatever released that day, I can't recall what video it was, but it showed
it was June.
It showed up on my feed.
One of my Skyrim videos.
Yeah. But that showed up first, and I'm like, okay. And I looked at your channel. You were at like 1K. Like, yeah, you hit 1K. And I was like, I can't remember what the fuck I was at. Like 100, 300, something like between that range.
Yeah, something like that. You were pretty low.
Yeah. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I gotta do something. If I want to make this a thing, I gotta do something. Right. You were the first one I contacted out of everybody, though. and then
I'm honored.
and then that same night, I was searching for others. I couldn't find anybody other than this one kid. Not really kid. I mean,
how did you
yeah.
Did you just like put in like small YouTubers or something
no,
like that?
No, I just put VR. That's all I put. It was VR, right?
Oh,
and then I filtered it by release day. So that again, that Friday it happened to be you. You were
right.
You were at the top because it was release.
Right.
And then another one, like there was another one, something bread. Breadlocks. His name was Breadlocks. I don't know.
Okay.
That's his name. Contacted him. He emailed me back, but didn't he didn't shoot me down, but he didn't respond back afterwards. So
gotcha.
That happened there. But he did VR. Yeah, pretty much. He did VR content.
Unforgivable.
And I'm pretty sure I have more subs than him now. But anyway. But and then 2 weeks after, I messaged you on Twitter. I wasn't really a message. I don't even, because you had your DMs closed or something. I don't fucking remember.
I had my DMs closed.
Yeah, at that time. But then after that, I tried to email Chase, couldn't find Chase's email for the life of me, so I gave up on Chase. And then I found Nate. I asked Nate. Nate responded the next 2 days, and obviously we're friends now. And then went back to Chase like a month after, and then obviously Chase is now with us.
Chase,
he's like,
Chase,
like
if you're listening,
he was born. Yeah, he just got birthed.
We gave birth to our son, Bull Chase.
Yeah, and it's reaching an hour, so you could probably
no.
if we want to call it, yeah,
we're gonna do this forever.
It's reached an hour for me.
Yeah, it's an hour and a minute.
Hour and a minute, 48, 40, 50, 51, 40, 50.
Fuck you.
Just keep going until you go to bed, bro.
Yeah, no.
You keep counting the fucking seconds, I guess. Fucking go for it, bro. Okay.
All right. This has been Compel Reality.
Yeah, first pilot episode to Compel Reality. Yes, Compel. You don't know the origin of that, but
no. If you know, you know.
Yeah, which is only us two. We'll fill you in, Panda. We'll fill you in.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
This has been the Compel Reality podcast pilot episode. Obviously, like if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, Alex, etc. It's gonna be distributed with Anchor.
Bitch.
It's gonna go to your other platforms, Spotify, Apple, blah blah blah, etc. etc. Go to our channels if you want to see more of our content outside of the podcast.
God, you
Virtual
sound
Panda.
so bored while you're saying it.
Hey, man, I'm trying to I don't have a script in my head that I can just read off my brain. Okay, leave my dumb ass alone. So you got Virtual Panda, you got Gramsy, and me, soulbc, and then our fourth isn't here, but we'll touch on that one.
We'll give birth to him soon.
Yeah, we'll give birth to Shinobi Nate whenever.
Yeah.
But yes. All right. Anything else? Anybody?
No. It's been fun. Peace out.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Bye-bye.